This is TWiT.
So last week was as I mentioned at the top of the show, November 13th and 14th was the 2-day Pwn2Own, which is an annual. Well, actually, it's probably more than that because it occurs typically.
This is the mobile one.
Right, and it occurs sort of in concert with various security conferences where people are gathered together. Trend Micro is, in this case, was behind this one, offering cash and prizes during this competition for vulnerabilities and exploitation techniques against the listed devices. We talked about those a week or two ago. Basically, handsets, a couple IoT cameras, and so forth. Those didn't get. Oh, and also the Apple Watch was on the list. Nobody attacked those. The write-up is fun because it sort of takes the sports announcer style, which I'll share with our listeners. Trend Micro wrote of each day. They said the first day of Pwn2Own Tokyo 2018 has come to a close. Today saw some great action and amazing research as we awarded $225,000 US and 48 Master of Pwn points. We had 6 successful exploits and purchased 13 bugs in total. They say our day began with fluoroacetate, which is the team of Amat Kama and Richard Zhu, successfully exploiting the Xiaomi Mi6 handset via NFC. Using the Touch to Connect feature, they forced the phone to open the web browser and navigate to their specially crafted web page. During the demonstration, we didn't even realize that action was occurring until it was too late. In other words, a user would have no chance to prevent this action from happening in the real world. The web page exploited an out-of-bands right in WebAssembly to get code execution on the phone. This earned them $30,000 and 6 Master of Pwn points. Excuse me. The fluoroacetate duo returned, this time targeting the Samsung Galaxy S9. They made quick work of it by using a heap overflow in the baseband component. That's the cellular radio component, a heap overflow in the baseband component to get code execution. They write baseband attacks are especially concerning since someone can choose not to join a Wi-Fi network, but they have no such control when connecting to baseband. The work earned them another $50,000 and 15 more points towards Master of Pwn. Next up, Amat and Richard returned to the short distance category. This time they were targeting the iPhone X or 10 over Wi-Fi. They used a pair of bugs, a JIT, that's a just-in-time compilation, a JIT vulnerability in the web browser, followed by an out-of-bands write for the sandbox escape and escalation. Okay, this is from an iPhone 10. The successful demonstration earned them $60,000 more and 10 additional Master of Pwn points. They said this ends the first day of competition with $140,000 and a commanding lead for the Master of Pwn with 31 points. Following that attempt, the team from MWR Labs combined 3 different bugs to successfully exploit the Samsung Galaxy S9 over Wi-Fi. They forced the phone to a captive portal without any user interaction, then used an unsafe redirect and an unsafe application load to install their custom app. Although their first attempt failed, they nailed it on their second try to earn $30,000 and 6 more Master of Pwn points. They said, in our last entry of the day, Michael Contreras made sure his first Pwn2Own attempt was memorable. He wasted no time in exploiting a type confusion in JavaScript. In doing so, he earned himself $25,000 and 6 Master of Pwn points. We look forward to seeing him in future events. They wrote Excelsior. Then they start the second day. Our second day began with the fluoroacetate duo of Amat and Richard, targeting the iPhone X in the browser category. After a stellar first day, they kicked off day 2 in style by combining a JIT bug in the browser along with an out-of-bounds access to exfiltrate data from the phone. For their demonstration, the data they chose happened to be a deleted picture, which certainly was a surprise to the person in the picture. The research earned them $50,000 and 8 more points towards Master of Pwn. Next up, MWR Labs team of Georgy Geshev, Fabi Bertiki, and Rob Miller also targeted the iPhone X in the browser category. Unfortunately, they couldn't get their exploit chain to work within the time allotted, resulting in a failed attempt. However, they did have some great research, and we acquired, writes Trend Micro, the bugs through our normal ZDI. That's the Trend Micro Zero-Day Initiative program. Following that, the fluoroacetate team returned, this time targeting the web browser on the Xiaomi. Is it Xiaomi? Xiaomi. I always say it wrong. Xiaomi. Thank me. Xiaomi. MI6. They continued their successful contest by using an integer overflow in the JavaScript engine to exfiltrate a picture from the phone. They earned themselves another $25,000 and 6 Master of Pwn points. The fluoroacetate team couldn't keep their momentum going throughout the entire competition as their last entry fizzled out. They attempted to exploit the baseband on the iPhone X, but could not get their exploit working in the time allotted.
To clarify, the baseband is the radio, right? The SS7 radio software.
Correct. The cellular radio. And we've often talked about how all of the attention is being focused up at the application processor where the apps run, but very little attention gets given to this whole separate processor, the baseband, which does all of the cellular stuff. And it's believed to be riddled with bugs, which haven't really been looked at yet. So by offering prizes for exploits down there, we're beginning to see those surface. So they said still 5 out of 6 successful demonstrations is pretty remarkable. Speaking of the fluoroacetate team, they said, we're glad to see these two team up and hope to see more from them in the future. Our final entry for this year's event saw the MWR Labs team target the web browser on the Xiaomi Mi6 handset. The team combined a download bug along with a silent app install to load their custom app and exfiltrate pictures. This earned them another $25,000 and 6 additional points toward Master of Pwn. They write, this closes out Pwn2Own Tokyo for 2018 with 45 points and $215,000. We're happy to announce the fluoroacetate duo of Amat Kama and Richard Zhu have earned the title Master of Pwn. Overall, they write, we awarded $325,000 over the 2-day contest, purchasing 18 zero-day exploits. On-site vendors have received the details of these bugs and now have 90 days to produce security patches to address the bugs we reported. Once these are made public, stay tuned to this blog for more details about some of the best and most interesting bugs we saw this week. So, this is a nice way to do this. You produce meaningful prizes, meaning money, to incentivize talented developers, talented hackers to dig in and find these problems. As a third party, in this case Trend Micro, is a commercial entity, so they either they get contributions from others, pooled the funds. They form this in a contest. The hackers do the best they can in a competitive mode, so that they both want the crown of master of Pwn, and they all certainly want not bad to come away with $215,000 for a team. We don't know how long how long it took them to get these, but and then 18 previously unknown. I mean, no one knew these problems existed. 18 serious flaws, which in mobile handsets are then responsibly disclosed to their vendors under the onus that 90 days from then these will go public, and as a consequence, everybody gets protected. So
you know what fluoroacetate is?
Fluoroacetate. No.
It's bug poison.
Ooh. Clever. Very clever. Very clever.
Sodium fluoroacetate or potassium fluoroacetate.
Bugs don't like it.
Bugs don't like it.
Cool.
I know. I had to look it up once you said it. I thought, well, I bet you there's a reason they call themselves that.